Hey!
Ow!
Pencils
Ow!
down.
Ow!
Here we are.
Yeah.
Rambling like jizz. Another episode, buddy. Look at this.
We're here?
257.
We did it.
Can you believe that?
It's been done?
257.
Are we done with 257 already?
Oh, we just ended it. That's it. And that was a wrap.
Good. Great ramble.
That was a
everybody.
good 257. We are still deadlocked at 116 five-star reviews. I don't know what's going on there,
Me either.
pal.
Me either.
I don't know,
I don't know
man.
what we can do to encourage.
I don't know.
the Ramblers
and the rate, the positive text reviews.
To give them more positive
We need
text
more
reviews.
of them too. Let's see. Let's go. Let's see. What? No, 116. What the fuck? We were on a roll. Elohio. Do we want Elohio to be alone up there as the brand new
I really
review?
like Elohio.
I do too. That's why we need to give Elohio some company.
Elohio, I want him some company up there
It's lonely at the
because
top.
I really like Elohio.
Me too. It's lonely at the top.
Elohio is my favorite.
Elohio needs some buddies. He needs some pals. He needs some G's to join him on this adventure, this expenditure, if you must. And we are probably in the middle of one of the highest anxiety days for all Americans right now.
Look, no matter what happens from yesterday, if we're still going today, I assume we are.
Assume we
because
are.
there's so many mail-in votes and all that
Right.
stuff. If we just need to treat each other good.
Yeah, no, there's no unless. I guess just
It's just like it's just shitty that this country's come to what it's come to.
It is. It's real shitty that Cody was part of that caravan of pickup trucks trying to run that Biden bus.
Were you the one on top of the bus with the flag?
Yes, that was Cody waving
the.
You know, this one's too real for me because I know the exact stretch of area and highway that
Where was
on.
that? Was that near San Antonio?
It's between San Antonio and Austin.
Holy
it's on
shit, that was on 35? That fuck. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that was on 35 and there was no traffic. They were able to go do that. That usually takes a year.
There's a stretch before you get into Austin where it's not too bad.
That's true.
But it's Trump country within that
that little strip. San Antonio, Austin, cool as shit. Everything in between, garbage. There, I said it. If we lost some San Marcos people, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you lost some people.
That's like trying to make that run in Road
Yeah.
Warriors, where when you leave the station and you're on the and you're in that caravan.
That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. Guess what? You can email us, ramble@theramblepod.com. How was it that fast?
Wow! Did you get the toys in the video games?
How did you move the cars that quick? That's insane. She's a speed demon.
She's
reckless.
Are there two Andreas? Was that the clone that left?
There's two Andreas.
There's two Andreas.
This is the only thing I'm concerned about. Spider webs all over my car. If I spray it with bug spray,
Yeah.
A, is it going to ruin the paint?
Eddie?
B, are all the spiders going to run away and run inside the car?
Yeah. So, okay, Andrea's biggest phobia is spiders.
Spiders, right.
And now there's a bunch of cobwebs on her car because she works from home. I usually enjoy doing all the driving. She takes her
car
out
hasn't been moved in 6 months?
8 months.
8 months.
It gets one trip a week.
Gets about one trip a week, and it's cobwebs.
So now it's filled with spiders.
Cody, do you know the answer to this problem? Does she spray bug killer? Will that ruin the paint job on her car, or will that also scare
Can you just take a bucket of water and dump
all
it on
the
the
spiders? Why don't you just drive it into the pool?
car? There you go.
There it is. Pull a Keith Moon.
Just drive it into
Drive
the
it into
pool.
the swimming pool.
Don't worry about after. Think
Yeah.
about now.
Guess what? Ain't gonna be no more spiders on that car.
Nope.
Shit.
Those fuckers are so strong, though. I went through the car wash, didn't get rid of all the spider webs.
Wow. Yeah, cobwebs
Really?
are tough, man. I don't know what to tell you, Hunt. That's a rough one.
Yeah,
a tough
it's a
one.
tough one.
I would just.
We're all stumped.
I would abandon your car.
We're all stumped.
I would just leave your car there
I would leave
forever.
you. I would set it on fire. Just burn it.
That's the thing to do.
Take the spray with me and keep it inside the car.
Just
Yes.
spray them as they're crawling out.
Roll up the windows, turn the heat on, and just fill up the car with bug spray.
I think that's
probably
a great idea.
That's probably the thing to
Don't
do.
die.
Outside when I get back.
I
Don't
would
die.
Hot
doing
box
this.
yourself with bug spray.
With bug
That's
spray.
what you do.
Isn't that the answer? What do we not? Is there anything we don't know on the Ramble? Cody?
Email us at the Ramble.
Ramble.
Your questions.
Ramble. Email
I think we
us.
know everything.
I think
We
so.
will tell you how to solve
Ramble
all
at
problems.
theramblepod.com.
Take a can of Raid in the car.
That's
That'll-
always
that'll
smart.
Solve it.
Honey, what are you doing?
That'll
Don't do
solve
this.
it.
That's ridiculous.
Can of Raid in
Did
a
you see
car.
that dirty look she gave me? Jesus Christ. Honey, you're being ridiculous.
What's the closest hospital we'll be going to?
I know. We got to find it. Jesus. Twitter at Podcast Ramble 1. Instagram at Podcast Ramble. Don't do it.
Keep the windows up.
Don't do it. I think that's a massive mistake. You're going to be driving and spraying, and you're going to get to 8 wrecks. Don't do it. Don't fucking do
One crawls out of
Take my car.
Smash it with your hand.
Okay, take my car.
Take-
Switch him
take
back
his
again.
car.
I'll take your car to go get food after
There you
this.
go, and then he'll clean it up.
Yeah.
He'll fight the spiders.
I don't want to be seen driving your car.
Wow.
Whoa.
Doesn't want to be seen
Wow.
driving my car. That
Whoa.
hurts. Wow.
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 Yeah, it's better than your fucking
You still have the-
97 Mazda. All right. Yeah, right. Out of here.
Do you still have the hydraulic rims on your
I
car?
just saw the hydraulic rims. And then
Still
on
have
the
that horn?
yeah, so I have the horn, and then on the sides of the car it still says "Poo Nanny Be Still" in big. So I don't know
Why
what her
wouldn't you want to
problem
drive
is.
around in that?
I don't know what her problem is. I don't know why she doesn't want to drive the Poo Nanny Be Still mobile. You can follow us on Twitter at Podcast Ramble 1. Honey,
Oh,
stop.
see you.
Instagram at Podcast Ramble. We have merchandise on our TeePublic store. Go visit it. Guess what? We have sponsors.
What?
HempVita.com.
I've heard of them.
HempVita.
I love their product.
Or some people might pronounce it Hempviter. But we
Hemp
say
Vader?
Hempviter. Hempvita.com. Guess what? It's all CBD oil. All the products, the tinctures, the gummies, the vape juice, the vape pods, the pet products, and the lotions use broad spectrum CBD oil and have no THC. That's
don't
like
say.
Rain Man level spectrum.
Wow.
The combustible ones, the
High
flowers and the
functioning
pre-rolls,
spectrum.
high functioning, have less than 0.3%. Hempvita will only use industrial hemp grown in the USA. It's organic with no GMOs. The CBD is legal. It will not get you high. How
No.
about that?
No, it will not.
All of Hempvita's products meet the 2018 Farm Bill, which is signed into law December of 2018.
No, we didn't do this part.
Oh, that's
Great
right.
Farm Bill.
It is. All the Hempvitas, they only use industrial hemp grown where, Hacksaw?
USA! USA!
It's organic.
Ho!
No GMOs.
Tough guy.
And
There we
that meets the 2018 Farm Bill, which was signed into law December of 2018, effectively legalizing hemp at the federal level by removing it from
Yes.
the federal list of controlled substances and classifying it as an agricultural
Because that's what
commodity.
it is.
It is.
It's an
It is.
agricultural commodity.
Hempvita.com. Do you think that's enough, right?
That would be enough.
No.
I'm already there.
No. You type in Ramble as a promo code. You get 15%
Get
off your
the fuck out.
not the Ramble, just
Ramble.
That's it.
Hey, I wonder how the miscommunication happened on that promo code, or who was responsible for that.
We're still doing
We're
that
still
self-audit.
Self-audit.
Oh, it's an
we're gonna
internal
know everything.
investigation
We're
still.
gonna know everything soon.
Yeah.
Self-audit. We're gonna know everything.
We got IA
very,
over
very
here,
soon.
and they're just going to go through all the paperwork.
Yes.
and
I do give
and
credit
the hard
to
drives.
Michael Newcomer.
Wormer, don't call me
Don't
Wormer.
call me Wormer Worman. He's the one who hit me up and goes, "Hey, that promo code's not working."
Oh.
So I had to then hit up Hempvita, and they immediately fixed it, and now it's Ramble.
Well, at
So
least
there
we
go.
know our pitches are effective.
Want
in
to thank
getting
the worms.
people- The
Do
worms.
we call him the worms?
Worm man.
Is that what
The
is-
Worm man?
The Worm Man.
Right, Worm Man,
think
Wormer?
I think if he were on Real Sports, Gumble would call him Worms.
Hey, worms.
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 Hey, worms. Hey, worms.
Worms. What do you think, Worms? Right? I'm just saying. That's what I think.
If he doesn't come back and say, "Don't call me Worms," then we're going to call him Worms.
He's Worms.
Right?
Worms.
So from
Worms.
now on, he's Worms.
So thank you, Worms,
Thanks,
for
Worms.
that one.
Worms. Thanks, Worms.
Cody.
I like how we give nicknames. And we
Yes.
don't care if people like them.
We don't care. We just do it. Cody, I hate to do this to you, but I know you're busy with the camera thing, but is there any chance you can check and see how the Jizz Talk guys took the 2018 Farm Bill by having hemp be classified as an agricultural commodity? Do we have
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 2018 Farm Bill. So I need to go through
yeah.
2 years of every day having
Of just-
broadcasts.
Isn't that weird? They don't take weekends off. Just
yeah.
Just 7 days a week, 4 hours a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, because they said that jizz doesn't take a break either.
right.
so
It's always
neither do
there.
they.
Always percolating.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So
Okay.
2018 Farm Bill
Yes.
episode of Jizz Talk. Yep, I got it.
All right,
Okay,
great.
Here we go.
It's a lot of it's a load of shit, my friend.
What?
It's a load
What?
of fucking farm bill.
Oh, fuck that farm bill.
You see that farm bill?
That's a bunch of shit.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Was
That,
the-
fucking
what,
farm
what
bill.
farm bill is that one?
Cody, what's a farm bill?
What-
Cody at
what
the boards.
come with it? Cody!
Cody, what farm? Come on, Cody.
What?
What
What
farm bill
farm
is this one
bill
again?
is that?
What they said hemp. 2000 is it 2018 that we're looking
Yeah.
at here?
Yes.
And they said hemp is an agricultural commodity.
Huh.
You know what they said isn't?
What?
Jizz.
Oh, that's fucked.
Are you kidding me?
Is that in that bill?
It's in that fucking bill.
Fuck that bill.
Fuck that fucking bill
Fuck
for
that
not
bill.
putting jizz as an agricultural. Is it an agricultural commodity to you, my friend?
It's always. It's not just an agricultural commodity. It's a commodity in general.
Absolutely.
I can
It's
take a jar of my jizz. I can go and barter that for a loaf of bread.
You know why? Because there'll be 5 more of you if you do that, my
Right.
friend.
Fuck,
Wow.
it's not a commodity.
Oof.
That's some bullshit.
They were pissed. That was, man, that's angry just talk.
so much.
Angry jizz talk. Fuck.
I didn't know those guys bartered jizz.
I didn't know they did that either.
And what shop barters jizz?
They probably know, huh? They found it, man. Check out our merch on our TeePublic page. Thank you to everyone who's been. We got some sales the other day. That was exciting.
Did we?
I think we have like $4 now in our TeePublic bank, motherfucker. We're rolling.
Wow.
Man,
Brian Withers.
buy some Hemvita with that.
What would Gumble call him? With. All right, don't try to blame me for this Hordak fiasco. He says, who the hell will Ramble Corporate go with next? Mumrod, Destro, Gargamel, a random Proud Boy?
You know,
This is what you get.
we don't allow Proud Boys
We
on the
don't
Ramble.
know. When you get Cat's Eye on Catnip or running a show, fuck the Ramblers indeed. Good day to see you, sirs. Good day to you. That being said, love the Ramble. Sorry I can't always contribute, but there are 2 spooky Iron Maiden song lists, one from Paul Diano and one from Bruce. Ooh. Paul, he goes, fan of the opera Transylvania Killers. Do you agree with this? Could you be down with that?
Yes, I'm down with
Bruce, Number of the Beast, Fear of the Dark, and The Wicker
that. Yeah,
Man.
all
No
good.
problem with any
No,
of
that's
those.
all good. You know, we could trace back the whole Hordak situation could be Brian Withers' fault. He brought it to the attention of corporate.
He just denied it.
It's what he
washed his
says.
hands
But
of
had
it.
he not gotten that contract
Right.
sent here
Right.
to get corporate to look at decks,
Right.
we'd still have decks.
We would.
Not
I
that we
know.
love decks,
But
Hordak is not an improvement.
Jeez. And you thought it was bad what he said yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what's going to happen on Fridays. That's it.
Apparently Friday's his last chance, is what
That's
we've
what
heard.
God.
Maybe the last we see of Hordak on Friday.
Maybe. This is Damien Bottriell, or as Gumble call him, Bots.
Bots?
Bots. Hey, Bots. Bots. What do you think, Bots?
What do you think, Bots?
Hey, Ramblers. Damien Bottriell here, or the Rambler, formerly known as DB. After last week's Ramble, I went out and legally changed my middle name from my father's name that was given me by my mother when I was born to the name that Eddie
I called him
christened me
Tim.
with Tim. Melbourne's finally
Because we're talking about the guy who had the picture of the Ramble mask.
right.
And I don't. Tim popped
Tim.
in my head.
Tim.
And I thought he was Tim.
Wow.
But it's Damien Bottriell. Bought
So-
the Ramble mask from TeePublic.
Brian Withers is dead,
Yes.
and Damien is now Tim. Bots is now
Yes.
Tim.
There's a convergence in my head of
Yeah.
several different universes.
You're just getting ready for the next Doctor Strange movie.
That's all.
That's all he's
That's all.
doing,
I'm just
guys.
tapped in a couple different
Little
multiverses.
multiverse.
Right
It's
now.
nothing
There's a
wrong with
convergence
that.
happening.
Right.
now.
Melbourne is finally reopened with this week's recording. 4 days of zero new coronavirus.
Nice. Wish we had
4
you here.
days. What have we had in the past 4 days? Like a couple
We
hundred
had like
thousand?
90,000 on
Jesus
Saturday.
fucking Christ. Good for you guys. 4 days of zero new coronavirus cases, so looking forward to finally catching up with friends and family. I forgot to mention it last week's email, but I was hoping Cody would be able to find the Jizz Talk knockoff that the network attempted to put on the air when the Jizz Talk guys were furloughed. Early in the year, I believe it was called Kiz Talk with Gene Simmons and Vince Neil, and it only
Ugh.
lasted about a week due to fan outrage. Cody, do we have an episode of Kiz Talk with Gene Simmons and Vince Neil?
Yeah, if you'll give me a second
Yeah,
to
sure.
put to maybe.
Did you work
figure
the
out-
boards on Kiz
Did you
Talk?
work was Cody at the boards on Kiz Talk
What
as
boards
well?
do you not work?
Man,
You
that's
know
a different
what?
Cody. That's not our
Yeah.
Cody.
Oh, Jizz Talk Cody's
Jizz
not.
Talk's
oh,
a
I thought
different
it was
Cody.
different
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
the
an
same
East Coast Cody. No, it's
Yeah,
just
I
a
think
weird
we do have
coincidence.
it.
All right, let's go. Tell me when it's up.
Here we go.
All right. Welcome to Kiz Talk. I'm Gene Simmons here with the singer who would have never been allowed to put on the makeup and the boots. Exactly. Well, I don't know sincerely if that's a personal attack on Well, I think what Kiz is supposed to be about is we're going to do a merging of Kiss Talk with Spoon. And here we are. Wow. That was, man, that's rough week for the
interesting.
I think the ratings plummeted on that one. Fuck.
Yeah, that didn't go well. That went even less well than the Mr. T and Jesse Ventura version.
Right. Because at least they talk jizz.
Well, they talk jizz. I don't know what Gene Simmons was trying to get at.
Yeah,
and-
that was
And
weird.
Vince Neil's unintelligible.
Oh, man. Graham and Faye. Grams? Greetings from the Great White North, fellow Ramblers. Sorry, Evil Commish. Hopefully this arrives just under the Ramble corporate wire as I'm scrambling to get my entries in at 5 a.m. on Sunday. Manitoba and Winnipeg have basically gone from the Corona Cooties safest place in Canada per capita to just about the worst in a matter of a couple of months.
So sorry.
With the Canadian Thanksgiving holiday weekend being a catalyst for people being dumbasses.
Sorry.
For visual perspective of how badly things have changed for us. Jesus, that's
Wow.
a rough chart.
That's
Yes.
that's just a normal day here in America.
That is a normal day. That's actually probably
That's a good
better.
day in America.
Yeah. Yes, that's a positivity rate of approaching 10%.
Ugh.
With some of our main facilities now overflowing to other hospitals, we've run out of active ICU beds. Wave 2 in the flu season are crushing us, and we've now moved Metro Winnipeg into the red, critical levels, and the rest of the province into orange. Half of my immediate coworkers are currently in testing isolation for COVID-19, and there's no help coming. Happy fun times in healthcare. Hopefully, this is not a trend that will follow up to you folks down south. This flu season starts to pinch earlier in the Great White North.
We're done.
Get your
we're rounding the corner, guys.
Rounding the corner. Come on. Get your flu shots, Ramblers, and don't take your foot off your hand washing, social distancing habits. But the Ramble
Did you get your flu shot?
On. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Boom.
That's awesome.
I did. I got my flu shot here's how paranoid I am. I got my flu shot a month ago now, and I'm like, do I go get another one? You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. Do I just go get a second one now? Fucking hell, man.
It'll just disappear. Don't worry about it.
It's all going to disappear. It's no big deal. Hall of Fame hat, Brian Withers. It's time. Shit, maybe I should play the song, huh? As we go? Shouldn't I do that? The music cue. Wait a minute.
We never did that.
15-minute intro. Will was so taken by all this.
Wow.
That was a damn good intro.
That's fucking crazy.
We ready for the song?
Jizz talk and everything.
We did. It was
Kiz
heck,
talk.
2
Kiz
jizz
talk.
talks.
We had Kiz talk and
Kiz and jizz. It was fucking everything you needed. Oof. Now, sing along. Look at this. Where are the lyrics? Where are the lyrics?
no lyrics.
All right.
I don't see
Wing
lyrics.
this again. Here we go. All right, see if I can do this, just like I did Billy Joel. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't last. Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona, for some California grass. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Bow, bow, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Jojo. Here we go. I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
Good job.
Go home.
Get back.
You want supposed
Get back.
trivia about that?
What? Grass means marijuana.
Grass probably means.
Is that the trivia?
That is not the trivia. I think you might have just stumbled upon some new Beatles lore.
What?
You know what? Apparently, in the studio, wherever they recorded it, every time McCartney sang the words "Get Back" and "Get back to where you once belonged," he would stare down Yoko.
Oh.
Yup. Every
Like,
time.
get the fuck out of here.
Right. He'd be looking and go, "Get back, get back," like that. Jesus
Who's
Christ.
calling you? Who's calling you and why?
Not now. Not
Jesus.
now. Get back to where you once
Maybe it was Yoko.
belonged. Might have been Yoko.
She heard about it.
Reconfirming?
Maybe.
That's kind of a big fuck you, huh?
Huge
Every
fuck you.
time, right, looking right at her.
Well,
Jesus.
And deservedly so.
Maybe deservedly so. Probably deservedly so. This is, we're just going to jump in. We already did the intro, right?
Yeah.
So why not, let me get this. There we go. Why not just go, what hat?
What
It's Hall of
hat
Fame
would
hat.
they wear?
Look at you, just easing in. You know the storm that's coming.
That's the
Oh.
that's the
harmonica.
foreplay, baby.
That's the foreplay. You know the harmonica
That's the
storm.
lick it before you stick it.
Bam. Should that be the new title of the show? Lick it before you
That's the
stick
lick it before you stick it. Right? That's how sex works.
Why was that not a segment to be somebody or be somebody's fool? Lick it before you stick
Lick it before you stick it. Tell your mama. You better lick it
Hey.
before you stick it.
Everybody had to deal with dry pussy. Whoa. All right, Mr.
No, you got problems like I got. Every time you go to a woman, there's a dry
See,
pussy.
they got a dry pussy, and we get a big that.
You gotta lick it before you stick it.
Like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, man. Hall of It. David Lynch goes into the I've directed a movie hat. What movie is on his hat?
Ooh.
Cody had to abstain from this list,
Okay.
but maybe once he starts watching some Lynch movies, he might call us out.
He might.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Brian
I
Withers
gotta watch
says,
some of Cody's movies after that list that he
I
put
know,
out there.
jeez. I was
I got
surprised.
11.
I shouldn't have had the most with 27 of the Ramblers. Coy had the closest. He only missed 3 out
Wow.
of Cody's list.
See, I have an excuse since I had a son,
Yes.
and I have a wife that hates watching movies.
That's not a good
I can't
combo.
watch movies at home.
Right.
I
that's
can only
not a
watch
good
movies that they want to watch.
I can only watch them late at night when Andre's
I can't even
asleep.
do that.
Right. That's rough.
So it's like my movie opportunities are slimmer than what the. If you had caught me in like the 96 to
Hey, you've seen 'em all.
2008,
You've seen 'em all.
I was a cinephile before I had a
night.
child.
Yes.
And then this happened.
Right.
And now I can't. I just don't have the opportunities to watch these.
It's true.
movies.
Hey.
Oh, don't.
Brian Withers, the with.
The width.
I've only seen 2 David Lynch movies. I love Elephant Man, but I never realized that was a Lynch movie, so I had to go with Usul and Dune. Colin Mags. He just called him Mags.
He'd be upset because he only called.
I
him
know.
Max. He
Max.
couldn't- Ma. Hey, Ma.
Hi, everyone. Hope all's well with everyone. Another great week of Rambles. Thank you, man. I think you all summed up Tango and Cash perfectly. Yes, it's not a good movie in the sense of story, some of the acting, etc., but damn, is it entertaining sometimes. That's just what you need. A brain-off, fun movie to watch and escape from reality.
Isn't that the point of movies to begin with?
For the most part. This week's submissions are Hall of Fame, the Elephant. He goes the Elephant Man. Wow. Cody and Eddie coming at odds here.
Wow.
Grady W. Smithy III. Smith.
Smithy. Dubs.
David.
How about Dubs?
Dubs. David. Gray Dubs. Gray Dubs. David Lynch should wear the hat for Mulholland Drive.
Okay.
Now, with Grady W. Smithy III, should our nickname for him constantly be the third movie in a series? Like Grady W. Smithy Temple,
Revenge of the Sith.
Last Crusade.
Right.
Grady W. Smithy Return of the Jedi. Grady W. Smithy. Yeah, right. What do you think?
Do that. Exorcist 3.
Exorcist 3. We'll think about that. Exorcist 3. Darren McGregor, hopefully I made
Chuck
it. You
3.
did. Hall of Fame, David Lynch Movies. Bill Pullman walks up to the podium, takes a hit from a mysterious tank. His head splits in two, revealing Nicolas Cage. The Cage places an Eraserhead hat on his head. Fade to black. But he throws some Lynchian stuff in there, McGregor. Good job. Joe Capone. David Lynch goes in the Hall of Fame with a Wild at Heart hat atop his head. Bebop Alula, she's my baby indeed. Charles Phillips, or
CP.
There you go. Hall of Fame, David Lynch, Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. It totally counts as a movie and a good bridge between the later stuff in Twin Peaks and the earlier stuff. I like it. Bots, Damien Bottrell, bots. Haven't seen any David Lynch movies, so my Hall of Fame is the video for the Chris Isaac song Wicked Game. That counts.
That fits. That fits.
Michael, newcomer, don't call me Worm or Wormin, or
Worms.
This is how we deliver the candy. Brilliant. Look at that. Little slide
awesome.
outside.
That's
Genius
cool.
Halloween move. Hall of Fame. Not a big David Lynch fan, but I liked Wild at Heart because Nicolas Cage is always fascinating, and I have a mean crush on Laura
Don't we
Dern.
all?
Who, right? Sean Williams. Hey, Jerry and Eddie and Cody. Hall of Fame hat goes to Dune. For any reason, Lynch choosing that over Return of the Jedi. Manny Avalar, what it do, Ramblers? Man, what a hell of a few months it's been after spending all of August in the hospital with the Rona. Oh,
man.
God.
Fuck, dude.
Glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Then September beating the shit out of it and learning to basically walk all over again and not be out of breath just walking up some
Please,
stairs.
everyone take this seriously.
Take this seriously.
Fuck.
I've been blessed with being able to do light duty at work while I recovered, and you know what? Chasing a 2-year-old rascal at home every night definitely helped reconditioning my body. Had a list from episode 250, and forwarded that I wanted to send, but fuck it, let's start from scratch. Also, Jerry, when you bring him back, hit that tune, Annie. Glad you're able to finally. I know, I'm going to start. I mean, I'm still playing the mandolin, just not on air.
Yeah.
Glad to be able to finally be back, participate on the weekly ramblings. Here we go. Hall of Fame. David Lynch Hall of Fame has to be Eraserhead on it. I think it's a perfect visualization of what's going on in that man's fucked up head, and we see in all his work. It's either that or picture the 5-day weather forecast in L.A. That's true, because he does give those weather
daily.
Patrick Crothers.
PC.
All right, Ramblers, let's get rambling. Only submitting a top 5.
Okay.
As I think the only Lynch movie I can confirm seeing is Dune, which is maybe not so good, and I think I saw Mulholland Drive. I can't really recall, but I've been enjoying watching the original Twin Peaks. I think there's been an OCE with Alice Cooper before, but I can't confirm as the podcast app only goes back to April. Maybe. Caleb Gardner-Miller. Hey, guys, it's me two times in a row.
You can't get old podcast episodes in the Ramble?
April. That's weird.
I don't like that.
That's a bummer. Anyway, how you been, buddies? Also, before I say anything else, Dad, I don't know what you took a jab at, but I will kick you. Anyways, moving on. Wow.
Ooh.
Damn. David Lynch movies.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't know anything about Lynch other than his name is David. Okay. Hey.
All right.
Cody.
Fair enough.
Cody.
What's up?
I'm going to warn you now. Joseph Santos.
Joe's coming.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Great Scott, Jerry, and Eddie. I bet Cody doesn't know where that reference is from. Hashtag Cody hates great movies. I'm back. It's been a while. I fell in my shower, knocked my head after listening to the Ramble in the shower. Yes, in the shower.
Wow.
What might you think Ask made it happen? Well, Jerry, I don't appreciate you sharing my list with Fake Movie Critic because after analyzing the movies he has watched, I highly doubt he has an amazing list like that for Yacht Rock. I woke up and I said what I've missed. Thankfully, I didn't miss game motherfucking 6 of the World Series. Hey, Cody, fan of the hashtag Cheaters Astros. We did it fair and square. Go Dodgers.
In 60 games? All right. Sure. Fair and square.
Go Dodgers, World Series champions. Thank you for putting a roof over the team I root for a month, Jerry. Beautiful stadium. Talk about bad fandom, right? LOL, I don't care. David Lynch hat, Twin Peaks starring Clayton Kershaw. Real World Series champion. I abstain, shaking my head. Cody.
Strange. I think when he fell and hit his head, he must have forgotten the details of the circumstances of this World Series win, which were that it happened in a fake season with only 60 games, and it's not a real championship.
Not real. Fake news. Fake title.
Fake news.
Fake news.
I mean, anyone can win 60 games and then, or win in a 60-game season and then, win in a bullshit tournament.
Anyone could do it.
So.
Well, then why didn't the Astros do it if anyone could do it?
Oh, I mean,
they didn't want to. They didn't want that.
They didn't want the Astros. Hey, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they only want to, get a legitimate championship when there's a full season because they would have just had another asterisk like the Dodgers.
And a
so
crowd.
they played good in the playoffs just to prove a point. Like, hey, if we wanted to, we could
have done this.
But we're going to lay down our bats.
I should say this. I mean, I'm so happy for that ragtag group of Dodgers. They come so close.
The little train that could.
The little engine that could. They come so close, and then they do that one extra tiny little thing of getting the MVP from the other league, and that just puts them over the hump. They were just this close, and so you just make those little tweaks by signing the MVP of the AL.
Right.
It's just a miracle that this happened.
With such a tiny payroll.
Yeah.
Well, in the Dodgers' defense, most of their talent is homegrown.
It is.
They did sign Mookie Betts, yes, but most of the
that small little detail of Mookie Betts.
Most of their team is homegrown.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Well, it's the sign of a good GM when you can just make it work like that, right? When you just make those little tweaks.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
At least none of us are Red Sox fans.
No, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Michael Miller, hope all's well. Here are my submissions for Ramble 257. Hall of Fame, got to go with Wild at Heart for one reason. Laura Dern. Oh, the hard-on I had for Wild at Heart, Laura Dern. Rate Holiest Hall of Fame hat. For me personally, it's the Elephant Man. I'm not the type of person who can analyze movies and decode all the hidden meanings, so most of his work is fucking beyond me. But the Elephant Man stuck with me. Graham in Fay. David Lynch walks up to the Ramble Hall of Fame in an Arrakis moisture suit while wearing a Twin Peaks production crew baseball cap. Then he proceeds to read today's weather report to the evil commish. He also has a suggestion for Goodwill of punting Millennial Falcon. While on the Sci-Fi Robot Top 5, one entry was going to make my list. Felt like it could be a good Millennial Falcon pick. I Am Mother. It's a great little Australian sci-fi mind-bending gem, and it's even more impressive when you watch it knowing that all the robot effects are done with good old-fashioned practical effects. There's surprisingly very little VFX in this movie, which makes it stand out even more. Cody, have you seen this one? I have. Is it good?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I Am Mother. All right. Dustin Jacobs. Twin Peaks, all of it. 2 seasons film reboot. I love David Lynch. It's like asking me if I prefer kidneys, heart, brain, or liver. I need them all. I had to go Wild at Heart just because that's the one
that
hooked me.
I had Wild at Heart.
That was my first watching Lynch and like, oh, God, this is amazing. Yeah. I'm all in. And so
I missed the whole Twin Peaks thing. I never watched it when I was a kid.
So good.
And then I just didn't. I never got.
Right.
I was never into. It was never something I was into.
I'm telling you, man, tremendous. I have to go now. Ramble 258. This is gonna be a tough one. Video game consoles go into the Hall of Fame. What's on the hat? Is it the Nintendo? Is it the Super Nintendo? Is it the PlayStation?
Because now you're asking for more of a nostalgia pick than like an actual what is the best console?
I guess, but I think you could say the Super Nintendo. Probably like the NES saved video games,
right?
And then the Super Nintendo made sure they were going to be mainstream for the rest of our lives,
right?
But
so ColecoVision introduced me to video. My home, that was my first home.
Coleco, same here.
So and that graphics were better than Atari. So that was the system for a long time.
It's tough. Cody is probably of the PlayStation era. He's like, how could it not be the PlayStation? So it's gonna be good. I'm excited for this. And Ramble 258 Ramble at the RamblePod.com. You ready? You ready for more? Get blown away by more. How can we get Cody to hear this? I don't know.
There's a way.
I'll have to play it live, I guess.
You could do that. Oh, but then what? Everyone in the apartment building starts knocking on the door, wondering where that magic is?
I didn't even think of that. That's
open, close, and an encore. Oh. Jesus Christ. Wow. That just comes from there's a deep. Oh, forget. I can't even.
Yeah, don't even
Cooper.
try. Don't even try.
Brian Withers. He says he opens with I'm 18, closes with School's Out, encores with Black Juju. I think this is when they actually used to do the electric chair execution to. The Mags. You open with School's Out, you close with No More Mr. Night Guy, you encore with Poison.
Max?
Grady W. Smithy.
Dubs.
Or what was the third Transformers movie?
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon or whatever.
Is that what it was?
Alice Cooper. Was that the fourth one? Alice Cooper should open with Welcome to My Nightmare, close the School's Out.
Revenge of the Fallen?
Revenge of the Fallen?
Or is Dark Side of the Moon?
I forgot. Oh, an encore with No More Mr. Nice Guy. Darren McGregor, you open with Poison, close with Poison, encore with Poison. Joe Capone, you open with Public Animal number 9, close with Pain, encore with Welcome to My Nightmare.
Okay.
Charles Phillips,
CP.
CP. You open with Welcome to My Nightmare, great way to start a show. You
Yeah,
close with Hard Rock Summer, the song is super fun. You encore with School's Out. He works out the last line to the show's out. Now go home. The Bots, Damien Bottriell. Alice Cooper opens with School's Out. He closes with Poison.
Tim. It's also
Encores with
Tim. DB.
Tim DB. Closes with Department of Youth. Michael Newcomer, Don't Call Me Worm or Worm and the Worms. He opens with School's
His
Out.
name is going to get so long.
It's going to be really long. He encores with
Worms.
Poison. Oh, look, he opens with School's Out. Encores. Wait a minute. I think I might accidentally cut and pasted the wrong thing.
What?
Yeah, I think I might have accidentally.
Oh,
that's
that
the
could look
exact same
identical.
as the Bots.
What have you?
So let
you
me.
can't do that to Worms.
No, we're gonna give Worms his due here, and that's a hard part with doing this.
I can
at
read
2 in the
Sean
morning.
Williams while you're looking that up.
What's that?
I'll read Sean Williams while you're looking that one up.
Do that. That'd be a great.
Sean
idea.
Williams,
Thank you.
OC for Alice Cooper. Opens with No More Mr. Nice Guy. Thank the movie Shocker for that one. Close with Poison, a heavy favorite. And encore School's Out because of Bart Simpson's dream of trashing the school at the start of summer vacation, which who didn't want to do that when school was out for summer?
Exactly.
I always did that with Be Cruel to Your School by Twisted Sister.
Yes. Yeah, which I loved because I hated Be True to Your School. I
Yes.
thought that was the dumbest song
Very dumb.
I've ever fucking
Very
heard.
stupid.
You opened with
Here's
wait a
Worms.
minute.
Is
Wait,
this Worms?
Yeah, this is last week's
Worms.
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 Let's look at the Worms here. We're going to go to the Worms. Let's see. Here we go. You open with Wayne and Garth hit the stage, introduce Alice Cooper, and he starts with Feed My Frankenstein.
Okay.
Close with $1 Billion Babies. Encore with the cast of Days Confused. Come out to paddle the crap out of freshmen as Alice finishes with No More Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Lee. He's. Manny Avalar. Alice Cooper opens with No More Mr. No More Mr. Nice Guy. Closes with Hey Stupid, and he encores none other than School's Out. Caleb Gardner Miller. I'd open with
CGBM? CGM.
CGM. The Mills.
The Mills? CGM.
Mills. For open, I go with I Am Made of You from Welcome to My Nightmare. For close, I'd have to go with I'm 18 because yes. And then for encore, I'm going with the Undertour, little instrumental at the end of Welcome to My Nightmare. Joseph Santos.
Joe.
All right, Cody. Sorry, man.
God damn.
I open with Feed My Frankenstein. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Another one I bet Cody doesn't know where it's from. Sung by Jock LaCock Peterson, real World Series champion. Another reference Cody won't get. I love Guru. Closes with No More Mr. Nice Guy, sung by Mookie Betts, real World Series champion. Encores with the classroom of kids, all staring at the clock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Bell rings. The kids race down the halls. Paper thrown everywhere. School's out for summer. Sung by Cody motherfucking Bellinger, a real World Series champion. And then Cody, you ready for the biggest punch of them all? The biggest punch to the gut from Santos. You ready for this?
Yeah, sure. Let's hear these terrible punches to the gut.
I'm buying you Prince Zizors. They are on the way right now. Wow. That hurts.
Prince Zizor.
He's given us, which Cody would have not stood for.
No, he would
It's
have been
us getting furious. And look what he's doing.
We know how much Cody loves Prince Zizor.
Joe Santos just rubbing
His
salt.
favorite Star Wars character.
By a mile. Cody always talks about that. Every Star Wars movie of the new ones Cody's seen, I get an all caps text. Where the fuck was Zizor?
And that's
at
why,
the end
that's
of
kind of why he's not watching Mandalorian.
Right, because he knows he's not in it.
There's no Prince Zizor.
He's like, where the fuck is Zizor? Every time. I don't know. How many of the extended universe novels have you read that you just burn when Zizor isn't in it?
Everyone I've ever picked up. You know?
That didn't have Prince Zizor. That they just fuck this. It's gone. I mean, look, I can't blame Cody for being a Prince Zizor mark. Can you?
He made out with Princess Leia.
He sure did. Michael S. Miller. I've seen Alice twice. I had tickets for Caleb and me to go see him back in June. Front row, dead center. Best tickets I've ever bought for anything. But, fucking COVID and shit. Anyhow, opens with Hello Hooray. Closes with Poison. Encores with School's Out. Another brick in the wall. As recorded by the Hollywood Vampires. Ray Tolius. Tolls? Opens with School's Out. He closes with Poison. He encores with No More Mr. Are we the only people that mind this much comedy out of fucking Bryant Gumbel's Real Sports on
I don't know if it's comedy we're mining.
It's something. You're
it's
right.
Something we're enjoying.
We like it. Graham and Faye, Grams, you open with Poison. No More Mr. Nice Guy, and you encore with School's Out. And he shows us the Wayne's World, We're Not Worthy. You know what I'm worried is that Wayne's World won't hold up if I watch it now.
I don't know.
Cody, thoughts? Have you seen the new Wayne? Have you seen any of the Wayne's World movies?
I've seen Wayne's World, but it's been a minute.
I don't know if
Because I actually like 2 better than 1.
Yeah, me too. The product placement scene was hilarious.
Yes.
But looking back, I'm like, there's really nothing funny about the Bohemian Rhapsody scene. Why did everybody laugh at that? All they do is just headbang when it gets to the
They just
heavy
lip sync
part.
to that song. Because I don't.
There's really nothing that funny. If you watch it again, you're like, well,
I guess it's just an odd song for people to lip sync to.
right
While driving.
Yes, and then it is. I guess when they all headbang, and that was kind of, yeah. I mean, we all did it
That was fun.
after watching
Oh,
that
absolutely.
movie. Every time that part came on, you would headbang. So I mean, I guess it worked. Who am I to judge?
Who are you?
Dustin Jacobs says you open with No More Mr. Nice Guy. You
Jakes.
close with
Jakes.
Jakes. You open with close with Feed My Frankenstein. Encore with Poison. I had him open with School's Out.
Okay.
Then he encores with No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
Then I had closes encore. No more. I had a crazy encore. I went somber.
Oh.
The song he wrote about his alcoholism. I Never Cry.
Okay.
If there's a tear in my eye. That's a great one. You like that one, Cody? I never cry.
I don't think I'm familiar
Take
with that
away.
song.
Did you see the Bobcat Goldthwait movie with where the guy and the young teenager have that big shootout at the end?
Oh, yep.
That's a song that plays at the climactic
Okay.
when they're shooting everything up. I never cry. What's yours?
I open with School's Out.
Boom, boom, boom. You and me.
Close with Poison.
Oh,
And then and then I encore No More Mr. Nice Guy.
it's a great one. You know, we're gonna get funky. Ramble 258.
What?
Parliament.
Ooh.
Tear the roof
Parliament.
off the mother. Tear the
Funkadelic.
roof off the mother sucker. Tear the roof off the sucker. Should I do Parliament and Funkadelic, or should I just do Parliament? Cody, thoughts? Because those are two different bands.
I know.
Technically.
I know.
Let's do Parliament. Parliament's
Okay.
got
Just
enough.
Parliament, no Funkadelic.
And then maybe we do Funkadelic in a later one.
And then Parliament.
And then
Funkadelic.
Parliament Funkadelic. How is Flashlight not on there? Right? That's got to be. Flashlight. That's it. I mean, come on. All right. It's time. Cody, your thoughts. Should we do Parliament? Just Parliament?
I think go Parliament.
All right.
yeah.
Just Parliament. Fucking A. We're doing it, baby. That's, the mothership. Boom, boom. You know what was funny was my dad was a music. What, an audiophile, Cody? Is that or is that something different? Or audiophiles are the guys who have to have the best equipment to listen to their shit on.
Yeah.
What's the music version of a cinephile then?
I don't know.
I don't know, but that's who my dad
Music
was.
file?
And when he would play that shit when I was a kid, and I was like the only kid of my circle of friends that were non-African American, right?
Yeah.
Who got all the Dr. Dre, you know what I mean, samples.
Oh, the samples?
I'm like, oh shit, let me write. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I know that. You know, and it was. I felt special.
Did you?
Yeah, that I was like, I know that one. Anyway, so that was because, dude, Parliament? Oh, Jesus. How do you not shake it? Bootsy Collins? Oh, fuck. I want that space bass so bad. That's the coolest bass guitar ever. Bootsy space bass. Cody, thoughts?
On Bootsy's bass?
Have you seen his bass, his space bass? It is
No, I'll look it up right now.
Look it up. Tell me, have you ever seen this, Eddie? Tell me if this is not the coolest. Let me Google. You see it?
Yeah.
Actually, do you want to just bring it up so everyone at home can see it too? Is that
Everyone
easier?
enjoys
Yeah, I'll do
space
that.
bass.
Yes. Eddie, have you ever seen the space bass?
I don't know if
Isn't
I
that
have.
first off? Is there a better name?
No.
The space bass.
Because it could be a guitar.
A guitar,
Or it could be an actual bass in
an
space.
actual bass, or like a bass from a baseball, like in outer space,
Or a bass
Or a-
painted like space.
exactly
Like black with little stars on it.
Right. Look at this thing.
So
Oh,
many
God.
different things.
Would you play this, Cody? Look at that thing.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
That is so fun. You'd play one. Look at that. Look at who's cooler
Yeah.
than Bootsy. Who is cooler? That there's no one cooler than Bootsy. Look at that thing. Have you ever heard Zillotron, Cody?
No.
Okay, you're not going to believe this. Zillotron is Bootsy Collins' thrash metal album.
Oh,
And
really?
it is so fucking good.
Really?
He did it with that guy John Zorn, that
Does
wild.
he play bass on the thrash metal?
Oh yeah, it's so fucking. I mean,
Does
there
he
are
sing in the thrash metal, or is the other guy?
couple.
sing?
No, he does. He'll like. Here we go, baby.
Wow.
It is fucking Zillotron, Lord of the Harvest. I wish I could play some of it, but we can't. We'll get whatever ceased and desisted. But man, I'm telling you, Cody. See, you should see if that's on Spotify. Zillotron, Lord of the Harvest. It's just for the fact that Bootsy Collins is doing thrash metal.
That's hilarious.
It's fucking wild. Zillotron, Lord of. There's a couple of funk kind of. There's one or two funky kind of jams, but there's some all out thrash numbers on Zillotron, Lord of the Harvest. It's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy shit. Anyway, so there we go. Now it's time to read books and play video games.
Okay.
Have we ever done that?
We have. We'll do it again.
Here it comes. Talk about
reading
Poonanny
books
Be
and
Still.
playing video
Listen to this
games.
song.
Bring your pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games.
Wow.
Oh.
Cody,
Woo!
What's up?
I'm going to embarrass Eddie again.
Oh,
I know
Why?
he's not a fan of this
What?
song or band,
Okay.
but this is how much he cares about music. The Eagles were stuck in a rut with Hotel California.
Figure.
They were like,
Yeah.
how do we end this?
this is in the documentary, right?
Right, it's in the Eagles. But they omitted this part.
It was a deleted scene.
Because, it is one of the, whether you like the Eagles or not, that's one of the most recognizable guitar solos of all time.
Yes.
Cody, you
Yes.
could agree?
Yes.
The
Sure.
Hotel California. And I think it's a fantastic guitar solo, and it is, what's his face? It's Don Felder and Joe Walsh trading licks, right? And, that was all Eddie on the harmonica. They didn't know what to do. They called Eddie. He played he didn't trade licks. The entire thing, he mapped it out. And then Felder and what's his face, Joe Walsh, had to then transcribe it for guitar. But originally, that was all Eddie. And I'm sorry, buddy. Cody, you ready for this?
Yeah, what's up?
One take.
No.
One take.
Look,
Wow.
One take.
my disdain for the Eagles is well known.
Right.
Not just the band, but also the football team.
Right. Yeah, both.
Everything Eagles
Yeah.
annoys me. But I'm a fan of music.
Right. You did it
And
for the love of the song.
I don't like their music.
Right.
But when I see any artist struggling
yeah, sure.
with that creative block, there's something inside of me that just I have to help.
You have to help.
I didn't want to,
No.
but for the love of music in
And
general.
You know what?
I
Gang? I'd say he helped.
I'm not proud of it. It's not something I look back on and
Anyway.
with fondness
All
at all.
Eddie.
More regret, but it's
Right.
music. And I
But
have
can
to
you
help.
believe that, Cody?
I have
One
to
take. Can you believe
That's
that?
yes, I can believe it, but it
I have
is
to
still
help.
incredible.
I just have to help. I don't.
You know what I think the hardest part was how we did on a harmonica. That do 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 do. That crazy. He did it. That's something else right there. Brian Withers. This one isn't really pop culture, but right now I'm reading the assassination of Fred Hampton. How the Chicago police and the FBI murdered a Black Panther. As far as games go, I'm playing Squadrons and waiting for Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, and I'm listening to some old James Gang. Bluebird off the first album is bringing it full circle with Joe
Wow.
Walsh. Look at that.
Huh?
Darren McGregor.
Greg's mix.
Max. Reading books and play video games. Just ordered comedian Frankie Boyle's The Future of British Politics. I suspect it's just a single page with the word fucked written on it. Jerry, would you recommend The Last of Us Part 2 or Ghost of Tsushima? Oh, fuck. Last of Us Part 2. If you played Part 1, you got to do this. Last of Us Part 2. Check out my Jerry Breaks the Game video on it on my YouTube page.
Wow, nice plug.
Thank you. Joe Capone, still playing The Usual Suspects. Tecmo Bowl 3, a loss for the Packers in the Season 6 divisional round, and I'm 2-2 so far in Season 7. One big against the Cowboys. Lost a close one to Washington during that span. So laugh and cry as you will. Tecmo Super Bowl 2020 weekly prediction streams for the Giants have me sitting at 5-2 in game outcomes, while the real outcomes have me at 3-4 through 7 weeks. Not too bad. Tuesday and Thursday around 7:30 p.m. for the Tecmo Super Bowl 3 season play with the prediction stream, usually on Saturday at 7 p.m. all times Eastern unless otherwise noted due to schedules. Throw me a follow, twitch.tv/Caponis, and come hang out, earn channel point rewards, and cash them in for stuff and things like picking offensive plays in Tecmo Super Bowl or cutting a Dusty Rhodes promo and more.
Listen,
World
baby.
of Warcraft
Listen, baby.
Shadowlands,
Play it.
which was
World of
originally supposed to
Warcraft,
release
baby.
on October 27th, but got pushed back for tuning of the mechanics has been given new release at November 23rd. So WoW streaming will pick up a bit. If anyone ever wanted to try the game out, totally reworked starter zone experience and leveling progression system has made the game a lot more friendly to those intimidated by a high level cap and 15 years worth of content. So if you're interested in playing, let me know and I can get you under my recruit friend gimmick and earn us both some game points. So one more
okay.
time, follow twitch.tv/Caponis.
Follow Caponis, baby.
Manny, good Dusty.
Oh,
here.
thanks.
Good Manny Avalar, reading books, playing games. As of now, since my wife works from home at night, I spend my evenings playing with the kid after work. So I've read my Binky is not for sale about 73 times. Still playing Last of Us 2 and BioShock, but it's tough to play horror survival games with a small child. So I get along. However, nap time is to play. That's not too bad.
Well, yeah, you know, what are you gonna
Caleb
do?
Gardner Mills.
CGB.
CGB, the Mills.
CG
Reading and playing.
I keep saying B. CGM.
CGM. Perfect. Reading and playing. I recently read Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. It's about a boy named Leo who meets the love of his life but gets shunned for falling in love with her, and she finally disappears until the sequel, Love. Michael S. Miller. Mills again. Mills Sr. Reading books, playing, but still playing through a variety of old Nintendo games on various systems. Not reading anything new at the moment, though. It's okay. Ray Tolley is reading books and shits. As of writing this, I just finished reading issue 39 of Immortal Hulk.
So good.
Holy fuck, they topped the body horror at least 3 times in that single issue. And also The Last Ronin was just telling the story of the last surviving Ninja Turtle decades after trying to get some revenge for his dead brothers. Nice. How great is Immortal Hulk?
So good. I think I'm around issue 30 right now.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Graham and Faye, Grams, still gungeoneering away in what brief moments I have before I crash when I get home. But let's face it, who the hell would be playing video games when season 2 of The Mando has dropped? It's tough. When is the next episode?
I think Friday or Thursday night at
Thursday
midnight.
night
Friday.
at midnight. I'm going to be with Andre and her family. Do I just sneak off?
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start the binge next weekend when I'm stuck in my blood donations butt groove for a couple of hours. Dustin Jacobs, Trumpty Dumpty Wanted a Crown by John Lithgow. Though you'd probably have to live in a thesaurus or have to have attended Oxford. There are many $10 words. The point comes across. Year 3 and 4 of Trump were truly awful, and America will forever be scarred by them. So here's actor John Lithgow with artwork and poems describing the whole horrific ordeal. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'd check that
Pretty
out.
much.
I'm still reading through Dune. Of course, been having fun playing Friday the 13th, the game. Pikmin 3, the remake, which is on the Switch, which I fucking love. I think Colt might dig that one. That might be an interesting choice for him. And then what else? All the usual suspects that I've been playing, still playing Super Mario Brothers 35. Oh, I just finished The Guardian Legend for my next Retro Rocha, which is an NES masterpiece that fell through the cracks for me at least. Fucking great game. Cody, you reading anything, playing anything, or have you just been all movies all the time right now?
I played a little bit of Madden online.
Oh, can we talk about this? You sent me this.
How'd that
This
go?
was
How'd that
funny.
go?
I mean, was playing a guy who was the first kickoff of the game was onside, of course.
Wow,
Oh,
ballsy.
the
move.
balls.
Wow.
And then he
Andy
was
Reid against the Cowboys
Holy
right there.
shit.
yeah,
The
and then he
nutsack.
was going for 2 on everything. He was going for every 4th down, and then he would onside kick if he scored again.
So he never kicked it all. He never tried to give you the ball back ever.
No, never.
Did you win?
No.
Fuck.
Not.
That bastard.
It was relatively close, and then he was just like, I think either like, okay, so in one play, he was on his own 30, and he did a fake field goal from his own 30, and I wasn't prepared for it, and I couldn't.
Did you run
thinks that's gonna
field
happen?
goal block, or were you running a regular defense?
I was running a regular defense because I didn't even see that he did a field goal. Because why would you?
No, it's insanity.
I mean, it's honestly the perfect trick play. If you think about it.
It is. Man.
wow, the nut. I mean, you gotta appreciate the strategy to never try to intentionally give the ball back.
Right. It's like that high school coach who does that every. He's like undefeated.
You
for
never
like 20
punt, you
years.
never kick off, you never
Right.
try to give the ball back.
Wow.
You try to score at every opportunity.
That's what I would do. I'd be the worst coach in real life because that's what I would do. No
It
question.
wouldn't work in real. You'd be fired in game 1.
You wouldn't work in
Yeah.
the pros.
You try
I
to do a
don't-
fake field goal from the 30.
I don't recommend going online with Madden because it's a fucking
No, there's just people that
disaster.
have nothing else to do with their life.
Yes. You reading or playing anything?
I'm still stuck on Immortal Hulk. I haven't done
Nice.
that, and I'm just tinkering around in Avengers with Colton.
Fuck yeah, man. All right. Well, guess what, everybody? Top 5
Top
time.
5.
It's what we're all here for, isn't it? I mean, Cody, it's why you're here, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
This is it.
Only reason.
Only reason. Here we go. Oh, wait. What the fuck? Let's get this going.
It's the time of the show where we rank the top
5.
Seamless.
Thank you,
Seamless.
buddy. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that.
Seamless.
Appreciate that one. Here we go. This is tough. Top 5 movies about robots. Cody, could you do this? You didn't do this one either, did you?
You know, I started making my list.
Yeah.
And then I had camera issues.
That's tough. Hey,
when
I hear you.
recording Ramble Radio. So I mean, I have a top 3.
Hey, we'll do it. Brian Withers, top 5 movies about robots. I won't win any credibility amongst the Rambler peers here, but Terminator and Transformers were never my thing. I do have a couple of AI-type movies in there, but I think they fit. Number 5, Alita Battle Angel. Number 4, Blade Runner. Number 3, Ex Machina. Number 2, Moon. And
Yeah.
number 1, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Odyssey. While researching the robot stuff, I found a reference to a robot on Wikipedia to this: Fruit Fucker, a semi-sentient kitchen appliance in the webcomic Penny Arcade that has sex with fruit and ejaculates the juice. Seems like this might be right up Savage's alley's. Weird, just fucking weird. Sincerely, Le Rambler d'Or, Brian Withers. Colin Maggs. With Max. Top 5 honorable mentions. We go Short Circuit. Yes, it's not a masterpiece, but I loved it growing up. And Johnny Five is a great-looking robot.
Yes.
Pacific Rim, brilliant-looking movie. Shame about the plot. It just lumbers along with training, budget cuts, and feelings when we just want to see big robots fight big monsters. Number 5, the Transformers '86 movie. Number 4, RoboCop original. Number 3, WALL-E. Number 2, Ghost in the Shell, original anime. Technically, I know they're cyborgs, but it's a great story, beautiful animation with a great soundtrack. And number 1, he goes a double dose, Terminator 1 and 2. What else? It's such a part of my teenage years, so iconic that they've been trying to recapture the magic ever since. That's me for this week. Take care, everyone, from the man who thought Robot Jocks was a movie about cybernetic athletic supports, Colin Maggs. Sent from,
Max.
There you go, Max. Honorable Grady W. Smithy, Part 3. Honorable
Godfather.
mention.
Grady W. Smithy, Godfather Part 3.
Godfather Part 3, the 1986 animated Transformers, honorable mention. Dishonorable mention, the bullshit versions of Transformers that Michael Bay made. Number 5, RoboCop. Number 4, Metropolis. Number 3, The Iron Giant. Number 2, WALL-E. And number 1, Blade Runner.
Good list.
That's a great list. Darren McGregor.
Max.
Dishonorable mention to Short Circuit 2 for doubling down on Brownface. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
RoboCop,
Big
Bicentennial
time.
Man. Chappie, Ex Machina.
Oh, Chappie. I forgot
and
about
number 1,
Chappie.
Terminator 2.
Oof.
Stay safe, Ramblers. Your legit cousin
Oof.
McGregor. You know, Cody, Chappie makes several appearances on the Ramblers list.
Oof.
Yeah, I never saw it because I thought it was just a rip-off of Short Circuit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was like, I'm not going to see this. I already saw Short Circuit. Why do I need to see this again? I liked the other movie he made. What's the one? District 9?
Yeah, District 9.
District 9 is great, and then he made 2 hunks of shit after that.
Wow. What were they? Chappie and what?
Elysium.
Oh, I never saw that. That was one with Matt Damon, right?
Yeah.
Where they live like
Garbage. It was basically like a different variation of District 9. And then Chappie is oof.
I never saw it. I have no
We're about
idea.
to. You're about to. Here we go. So Joe Capone's about to send a hate mail. Number 5, Metropolis, the 27 version. Number 4, Chappie. Number 3, Terminator. Number 2, Daryl. And number 1, Transformers, the animated movie. Sorry I missed last week's shit, but I've been in a pretty bad headspace lately and just zoned out for a few days.
Sorry about that, bud.
Ramble 256 dropped on my birthday, so as always, saying happy belated birthday. Thanks for keeping
Happy
me laughing
B-Day,
through the
bud.
blah. Jerry, still laughing at you and your cousin Jackie trolling the troll on your Friday the 13th stream. That shirt is pure gold. If you're listening and you missed it, check it out, the clip on the Retro Rocha YouTube. Yeah, go check out my YouTube page, Jerry Rocha, and you'll see the clip.
So funny.
Thank you, man. Eddie, sorry again for the swings going away for now. As
Thanks.
I told you, I wasn't an everyday show listener, but I did enjoy the stuff I catch in the podcast version. Hopefully, you guys can bring it back elsewhere, but still, I think a solo Pence pod is long overdue. Cody, Devin fucking Townsend, such an underrated talent going back to his big break with Steve Vai back in '93. Those of us who know. Excellent interview. But nah, never mind. There are only 24 hours in the day, and the fact that you've never seen this movie or that movie doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But how dare you shit on the awesomeness of Caddyshack? Hashtag fire Cody.
Wow, heel turn.
Love you guys. Fuck the Ramblers. Everybody stay safe and go Giants. Charles Phillips.
That Caddyshack ruffled some feathers.
It did.
My Caddyshack
Well,
opinion.
and here,
That is a beloved film.
here comes some more ruffled feathers. Charles Phillips, number 5, Chappie, a movie about a defective police robot turned South African slum gang member that's about classism. Do you agree with that at least, Eddie? Is that what it's about?
I don't know.
Oh, Cody.
I've never seen
That's
it.
right.
But I will agree.
No, it's about a no. I don't.
You don't see the classicist theme in it.
Well, no, I mean it's Neil Blomkamp, so of course he's going to shoehorn some class stuff into it, but that doesn't mean it's effective or good.
Damn. Ex Machina, the movie is haunting and beautiful. Short Circuit, because Johnny Five is alive. Batteries not included. There are robot aliens in the movie is great. Transformers, the movie. How do you not pick this? Damien Bottriell, bots. You're going to like his list, Cody. Bicentennial Man, Short Circuit, The Iron Giant, Transformers, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. No, there is no mention of Chappie. Thanks for another great week of laughs, guys. Thank you. Michael Newcomer, Don't Call Me Worm or Wormin. Worms. Batteries Not Included, Robot Jocks, Disney's The Black Hole, Bumblebee, and number 1 Transformers, a movie 86.
Bad. I didn't hate Bumblebee.
Sean Williams, Pacific Rim, only the first one. The second was bullshit. RoboCop, the first movie. Second one sucked. Third wasn't bad. Remake was god-awful. Bumblebee, maybe Jizz Talk had something to do with this. Why this one was better than the other crap that Michael Bay did. # Michael Bay can go fuck himself right to hell. Number 2, Real Steel. Like the look of the robots, and Hugh Jackman is severely underrated, and the final fight with Adam versus Zeus was fucking awesome. I never saw Real Steel. Cody, did you see that one?
I didn't see it either.
I didn't see it.
And number 1, Transformers, a movie. Seeing Optimus Prime's death even now is painful, but at least they brought him back. Ultra Magnus was a shitty leader. Spike drops an oh shit, and seeing Rodimus Prime open the Matrix to destroy Unicron was awesome, even though Rodimus was no Optimus. And even now, this movie is still better than Michael Bay's attempt. Ramble the fuck on, and can we please make America civil again? Sean, book still available. Williams. Cody, do you give the 86 Transformers movie over the Michael Bay ones?
Yes.
Right? Fuck,
Yeah.
That's how bad the Michael
Bay ones are awful. We were just talking about this on our podcast, on the Cinesnot podcast recently, and it's just garbage. Like all of those Bay movies, and like, why did he insist on directing all of them? Like at one point, like you don't hand it off to someone else to see if they can do it better or differently.
The last one is absolutely the worst. The
I've
one
heard
with
it's terrible.
Anthony Hopkins.
Right, I've heard it's just.
And Earth is Unicron. At the end.
Okay, enough.
It took
Enough.
7 different attempts for me to watch the whole movie all the way through. I could not watch it all the way through.
I hated all of them. The one thing I'll give him credit for is the Starscream scene in part 1, where he's just.
There was a couple moments from the original one, from the first one.
Look kind of cool.
There was some,
but it wasn't
moments.
Story.
No,
it was just that looks kind of cool.
And you had Optimus what's his face doing the voice. You had there was moments in the first one, but it was just.
Garbanzo.
It's
Manny.
like he intentionally tried to do a movie that wasn't like Transformers.
Right. Oh, fuck him. Manny Avalar. Andrel mentioned a Short Circuit. Number 5, RoboCop. Maybe our hero doesn't qualify as a robot since he's more android than pure robot, but damn, Ed 209 was badass. If only that remake would have gotten much attention to make a sequel, I'd love to see an updated version, especially after seeing it in Mortal Kombat 11. Ex Machina. Man, if we can't trust humans at all, we need to trust robots much less. Closer and closer we're getting the robots thinking for themselves reality, and shit is going to fuck us up like this film did. I saw this thing. It was like an apocalypse thing on the History Channel like 7 or 8 years ago. And this one guy was like, what's going to kill us are robots. And he goes,
AI will kill us.
He goes, they're just going to look at us like you would look at a little fly landing on your arm at a picnic. Bye-bye.
All the problems we have are self-created.
Yes. Robots will be like, okay.
And they'll just be like, oh, you guys are the root of the problem.
We'll just bounce these fucks.
AI will kill us.
Iron Giant, unless the rest of the robot comes from space, then we have hope. This film is heartwarming and amazing. I dare you not to get teary-eyed when the Giant says Superman and all his Vin Dieselness when he sacrifices himself to save the very few humans who wanted to destroy him. Iron Giant's great. Terminator 2, come on. What can I say that hasn't already been said? The bad guy from part 1 is now the hero, and they fight a liquid robot. If Arnold ever deserved an Oscar nod, it's this time. Transformers, the Michael Bay one. Psych. As much as I like those films, they don't have You Got the Touch, You Got the Power. As a 90s kid who grew up with the cartoons thanks to my brother's videotaping the series, I didn't see the film till it was late 90s, and it messed me up watching Prime die. It's up there with watching Mufasa and Obi-Wan die. You guys, I can't thank you enough for being there and providing entertainment and some sort of sanity during this terrible year, including sports. Jerry said you feel bad for Browns fans. I've been a Clippers and Angels fan my whole life. After watching my Niners start the year by handing the Super Bowl over, I knew this year was going to be shit. Despite everything going on, if it all goes well, then by the time this episode is out, I'll be celebrating a new president and be signing a new contract for my first house purchase in Buda, Texas,
congrats,
just outside Austin. Hell yeah. Thanks for all the work, you guys. Jerry, continue being yourself. Eddie, keep being the hardest working man in podcasts and don't become an Odie. Cody, my Texas paisano. Let's grab a beer at 1919 or a better bar if you know one when this pandemic is over and talk shitty movies. I'll even help you out in getting all those 80s references Jerry and Eddie talk about. You guys be safe out there. Keep rambling the fuck on. Hashtag fuck Trump. Hashtag fuck COVID. Manny Avalar, baby.
Thanks, Manny.
Thank you, Manny. Patrick Carruthers.
Peace.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Terminator 2, Transformers 86, The Empire Strikes Back, a droid's a robot, right?
Of course.
And number 1, Iron Giant, an absolutely fantastic piece of cinematic art. Hope all the Ramblers had a safe Halloween. Fingers crossed this shit hasn't gone sideways politically. Oof. Patrick P.C. Carruthers, Caleb Gardner Miller, Jason X. I'm arguing this is a robot movie for 2 reasons. Jason becomes a cyborg and KM is a robot. Number four, Star Wars 3 through 6. Vader's a cyborg like Jason and X. Vader came first. It's a story of a father trying to rule the galaxy with his son, so it's in. Iron Man, he technically isn't, but his suit can be. Terminator, he's a cold-blooded killing machine hunting his victims. Number 1, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Yes, he technically counts because of this year's movie. I love Sonic, so of course I have to egghead in here. His badniks are robots, and it's all in his name. Oh, Eddie, wonderful idea for the young Idiots. Start a junior club. Oh, Junior Idiots. Always have a good day and wear your mask. Thank you, Caleb. Cody, Joe Santos. Number 5, RoboCop, played by Justin Turner, real World Series champion. Look, who, in all fairness, is probably going to kill Dave Roberts.
Yeah, Justin Turner, real hero of that series.
Chappie, played by Chris Taylor, real World Series champion. iRobot, played by Corey Seager, real World Series MVP and World Series champion. Alien, played by Jose Altuve, a cheater. And Terminator, played by Julio Urias, real World Series champion. Hashtag cheater, Joseph Santos. Michael S. Miller, top 5 movies about robots. 5, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Pitch to Kiss is Star Wars meets A Hard Day's Night. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park is just so delightfully awful. Number 4, the Banana Splits movie, because the original Banana Split show wasn't scary enough. Banana Split show. They had to go make a horror movie based on the Banana Splits, and it's glorious. And speaking of the Banana Splits, could you guys please do me a huge favor? Caleb loves the theme for the Banana Splits, the Tra-La-La song, and he would get a kick out of you guys. We would sing it for him. Tra-La-La. I don't even remember how that goes.
Remember how it goes.
So we're going to have to look that up, and we'll sing it next
week.
episode. Yeah.
Maybe the Jizz guys will do it.
I don't even remember.
Maybe Jizz Talk will do a Banana Splits episode.
We're marking that. Just talk Banana Splits next episode. Terminator 2 and Terminator and T2 Judgment Day, 2 of the greatest films ever made, ever. Too bad they couldn't come up with a decent Terminator 3. They tried, 4 times now? RoboCop, great movie from start to finish. So many quotable lines again. Too bad the sequels weren't up to par with the original. And number 1, the Star Wars trilogy. I'm talking OG here. Or as I like to call it, the R2-D2 trilogy. Think about it. Without R2-D2, Star Wars is a short film. Leia puts the Death Star plans in an escape pod. The Empire finds the plans in the escape pod. Boom, movie's over. And how different would the end of the Empire be without R2? Lando and Leia rescue Luke, only discover the Falcon's hyperdrive is still not working, and Vader captures them. And all Jedi without R2. And Jedi without R2, come on. They never make it out of Jabba's palace without R2. R2-D2. I've said that a million times. He's the MVP of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Of maybe all of them, he's the MVP. Before I go, we have to talk about Dex. It's come to my attention that it's possible. I don't have any hard evidence this time, so to be safe, I'm saying possible that Hordak has been intercepting Dex's transmissions and secretly replacing the audio with false, vulgar dialogue in order to out Dex and weasel his way onto Ramble Radio. Now, I can't say who my source is at the time, but it's a very trusted source. I would urge Ramble Corporate to please do a deep dive into Hordak's activities over the past several months. My source says that the ousting of Dex is just the first phase of Hordak's evil plan to take over the Ramble Network and turn to a KISS podcast.
Oh, God.
Please, for the love of all's holy, look into this Ramble Corporate. Hashtag no Dex, no peace. Hashtag Dex was framed. Hashtag free Dex now. Take care and stay safe, everybody. Michael
That
S.
is not
Miller.
a theory I've thought of.
I've never thought of that.
Hordak's
New
playing
to me.
he was playing the long game the whole time?
Fuck. Ray Tolius, top 5 robot movies. Wall-E. Seems we're on track for a Wall-E. I'm sure some rich cunts will figure out a way to live us as blobs in space with trash cleaning robots cleaning shit. Ex Machina. I doubt we'll get intelligent sex robots that are close to human, but it's still a fucking good movie. RoboCop. Bitches leave. Enough said. Terminator 2. Probably my favorite movie made, but they fucked it up by making each new Terminator movie the true sequel to Terminator 2. You can't fucking top Terminator 2. Stop trying already, which is why The Terminator is the #1 robot movie and probably the time travel movie too. For one, it's a machine. It's not growing a heart at the end of the movie or any bullshit like that. Time loop would work if no other movies were made. But as I said, they had to go and make the best fucking movie ever as a sequel. Listen, understand the Terminator's out there. It can't be reasoned with, can't be bargained with. It doesn't feel pity, remorse, or fear, and absolutely will not stop ever until you are dead. Graham and Faye, ignoring the obvious winners, Terminator 2, The Matrix. I'll go for pinch more obscure for mine. Number 5, Saturn 3, 1980. Who didn't want to see this piece of sci-fi fromage from when you were browsing the aisles of your local video store and checking out the VHS cover art of this baby?
That movie.
I never know that one. Wall-E and the Iron Giant, animated, yes, with some of the best stories. Number 3, Bicentennial Man. Although AI and iRobot got the most out of Asimov's screen credit, this is a terribly underrated Robin Williams sci-fi. Number 2, Cody, here we go. Chappie. Or pretty much damn near anything that Neil Blomkamp does. Great sci-fi eye. Damn, I really wanted to see what he was going on with the sequel, Aliens, before it got canceled. And number 1, Westworld. Yul Brynner, the original T-800, and this low-budget little 70s sci-fi basically gave birth to entire genres from Terminator to Jurassic Park. The obscure nod to the original Black Hat gunslinger in the first season of HBO's Westworld was nerd Easter egg gold. Stay safe, Ramblers. Now off to bed. Graham and Faye, Winnipeg, A. Dustin Jacobs, The Terminator. It has 80s fun written all over it. Sarah Connor, Blam Blam, put Arnold on the map. Terminator 2, the best Terminator by far, and in my estimation, Cameron's best film. Could the end come at the hands of AI? Maybe. There are few other extinction scenarios that could easily play out as well. A bad president or climate change, for instance. Can we as a human race evolve enough to ensure technology doesn't make us obsolete? Number 3, RoboCop. Reagan-era ultra-violent satire that showcases how trickle-along economics don't work, and Americans are treated like machines. Also, Murphy's a badass. The drug warehouse scene is classic cinema, and a cop's wet dream. Just go in and start shooting. I will say this. You know what's the most underrated line in 80s movies is RoboCop. Cody, have you seen the original RoboCop?
Ooh, I think so. I know I've for sure seen the remake.
Oh, yeah.
We get maybe this is Good Will Hunting.
Maybe.
After Exorcist 1 and 3.
I mean, what says Thanksgiving more than RoboCop?
Jesus.
Dude, when they are shooting him at the beginning,
Yeah.
There's this great where one of the bad guys goons goes, "Does it hurt?" Like that is one of the most callous. Like, oh god, that is such a great fucking.
It's a brutal scene.
Cody, we gotta watch. I think we're putting RoboCop on the list. That's it. We have to figure out what's it next with RoboCop. Blade Runner number 2, greatest sci-fi film of all time, perhaps ahead of its time and beautiful. Do robots have the same rights as humans? It's a great question. Why are we here? Another great question. 2049 ain't too shabby either. I fucking hated 2049.
I didn't see it.
I
actually didn't see Blade Runner.
Didn't
2049.
hate it. I was just like, it was a bit of a snoozer for me.
Yeah.
It was Ryan Gosling walking in orange.
A lot of walking.
Yeah. Ex Machina. This film's about Elon Musk. It's real. It's going to happen. He's gone on Rogan talking about replacing body parts with mechanical parts, and that will eventually be replaced by the machines or evolve into a hybrid. We're fucked.
Yeah.
Probably.
He
Man.
is a Bond villain for sure.
Oh God, yeah. My number 5, Transformers, the animated film. Your number 5.
Oh, well, let me pull my list up.
Yeah. You know why you're doing that? Ramble 258. Commercial jingles.
Oh.
Top 5 commercial jingles
Okay.
all
Very
time. Could you do this?
Plop, plop, biz, fizz.
Boss, that's up there. That's up there, baby.
I have 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
I have Short Circuit,
Yes.
and I have Daryl.
Oh, yeah. Daryl's great.
Are my honorable mentions.
You're
And then my number 5, the original Terminator.
Ooh. My number 4, Wall-E.
Okay. My number 4, Blade Runner.
My number 3, RoboCop. Cody, your number 3.
My number 3, let me get myself back on screen here.
Yeah.
My number 3 is a movie called Robot and Frank.
All right.
Okay.
Robot. Oh, I remember seeing about. Yeah.
Who's the robot?
Frank. My number 2, Terminator 2. Cody, your number
Wait, my
2.
number 3.
Oh, you're number 3. Eddie, I just
my number 3 is
fucked you.
also RoboCop.
Hey! I tried to fuck you too on that.
You did.
My number 3, my number 2, T2, Terminator 2.
That's my
Judgment
number
Day.
2.
Cody, your number 2.
Moon.
Moon, that's a good
Moon.
one. Kevin Spacey. That's
Yeah.
the robot. My number 1, what else could it be? I had to go Blade Runner.
Okay.
I had to go the runs.
I went RoboCop.
RoboCop. Cody, your number 1, all-time
Ex Machina.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
no,
a
I didn't
good
go
one.
RoboCop. Where was my number 3? Because it's the same as yours. Oh, wait, Transformers, the animated film.
Transformer.
Transformers, the animated film, is the number 1.
I mean, it is the best thing Orson Welles ever did.
He said that several times.
He said that. Oh, God, yeah.
He said that several times. I think he said it on his deathbed
Yeah. It's
as he
just-
was dying.
Remember, because don't,
Remember.
I thought he said, "Don't put Orson Welles on my headstone." I just want to say Unicron.
Yeah, but they wouldn't let him do
They
that.
wouldn't let him do
The
that.
family wouldn't allow that.
I heard that too. We got to get Owen King back on here just so he can hate us for saying for
He's never come back on because of that.
because
episode.
of that. Because of that episode, Owen King has shunned the Ramble because how mad he got when
Unicron.
he didn't want to hear any of my Unicron shit.
I've never been in an interview where someone wanted to walk out so badly and didn't walk out because of how adamant we were that Orson Welles' best work was Unicron.
You'd think he'd have gotten it. I mean, he created fucking who's the guy's name? Crystal Ball.
Yeah.
From G.I. Joe. That
Yeah.
was his creation.
Yeah.
You think he would have gotten that Orson? Whatever. You know, I'll have to talk to Owen. We'll ask him. when
I
he's
think
back.
there's a crack there. We can.
we can. That's the opening.
I think there's an.
That's the
opening.
hole. That's the hole we run through. Well, there we go, everybody. That has been our ramble. Next ramble.
Yeah.
Boom. Video games.
Okay.
Consoles. Go into the Hall of Fame. What console is going to be on the hat? What would Parliament open, close, and encore with? And top 5 commercial jingles. How about that? Tomorrow, we're talking The Exorcist on Good Willow Hunting. That's exciting. Please subscribe to the Ramble.
Waking up.
Folgers in your... That's a big one, huh? Jeez. That's a big... Man, there's... And, yes, so... Please follow us, subscribe to us, give us a 5-star rating, positive text review, all that good
Go
shit.
to hempvita.com. Type in
Hempvita.com,
Ramble.
just Ramble as your
Get
code word.
15% off.
You get 50% off. We love you guys. Remember, it's the last beep, and we love you. You know where to find us. Come and find us. And there we go. We'll see you tomorrow
Tomorrow?
for Good Willow Hunting. The Exorcist. All right, so we definitely got to do RoboCop, Cody, the original RoboCop. And do we just do more Neil Blomkamp? Do we just make it a Neil Blom? Kidding. I don't. But
You really need to see Chappie and decide for yourself, because that's a popular one and it's not good.
Hot garbage, you saying?
It's pretty bad.
boy, Chappie got a lot of love. Did that surprise you, Cody? The love Chappie got on this
Today,
list.
yeah.
Was that a shocker?
If his name wasn't Chappie, would you hate it?
Would you hate it as much if his name was like?
Because the name makes me want to hate it.
I know.
Yeah.
Fred?
No, I would have hated it as much.
Chappie.
Chappie.
Like if RoboCop was named Chappie,
I'm not in.
I probably would
I
not
don't
like
give
RoboCop.
a fuck about that movie. Last beeping, we love you. All right. Goodbye, everybody.